In 2011, Peter Thiel, one of the most powerful men in Silicon Valley, quietly applied for New Zealand citizenship. He visited the country just 12 days total. He was approved in secret. And then he bought 477 acres in a remote mountain region so isolated that locals didn't even know who owned it. He wasn't building a vacation home, he was building an escape. And Thiel isn't alone. Across the world, the people who know the most about where civilization is heading are the ones building the deepest bunkers. That's not a coincidence, that's a signal. This is not new. The elite have always prepared for collapse, while keeping the rest of us in the dark. Pharaohs didn't just build tombs. They built hidden chambers beneath hidden chambers, rooms that didn't appear on any official map, stocked with food, gold, and weapons, sealed away while the common people of Egypt were told everything was fine. Medieval kings built secret escape tunnels beneath their castles, networks of underground passages that led to forests miles away. The public never knew they existed until the castle fell. During the Cold War, while American citizens were told to duck under their school desks, the US government was quietly carving an entire shadow city into the mountains of West Virginia. A bunker beneath the Greenbrier Resort, built in secret over 3 years, designed to house every member of Congress while the rest of America burned. Think about it. Every generation, every civilization. The people at the top knew something the people at the bottom didn't, and they built accordingly. We are living in that moment again. Let's talk specifics, because the scale of what is being built right now is unlike anything in modern history. In Hawaii, Mark Zuckerberg is constructing a 1,400-acre compound on the island of Kauai. The project has been described by local contractors as one of the most complex private construction jobs in American history. 12 homes, underground bunkers with blast-resistant doors, an escape tunnel, a backup power system, self-sustaining. Food supplies. When reporters asked what it was for, his spokesperson said it was simply a private residence. A private residence with a blast-resistant bunker. In Kansas, a former missile silo built to withstand a nuclear strike has been converted into luxury underground condominiums. Each unit costs between $1.5 and $4.5 million. Amenities include a pool, a climbing wall, a cinema, and hydroponic farms that can grow food for 5 years with no sunlight. The project is called Survival Condo. It is sold out. In Europe, a company called Oppitum is selling underground bunkers in undisclosed locations for up to $2.5 billion each. Their clients are never named. Their locations are never published. This is not prepper culture. This is the top of the global power structure quietly building the infrastructure for a world after collapse. The question everyone avoids asking is, what do they know? These are not fearful people. These are people who built the systems the rest of us live inside. They don't panic, they calculate, and they are calculating something catastrophic. Some point to AI, the very technology these billionaires are funding and accelerating, as the source of their fear. OpenAI's Sam Altman has spoken openly about the potential for civilizational disruption. Elon Musk has warned of existential risk from artificial intelligence for over a decade. While also building the most powerful AI systems on Earth, they are building the fire, and they are building the exits. Others point to economic collapse. The global debt ceiling is at levels that have historically preceded the fall of empires. The wealthiest individuals on Earth have been quietly converting liquid assets into land, gold, and hard infrastructure since 2020, and others, the most serious analysts, point to a convergence. Not one catastrophe, many arriving together. Peter Thiel himself once said, "I think things are genuinely quite scary right now." This is a man who has access to intelligence briefings no government will confirm when people like him say they are scared. The right response is probably not to look away. Before we go further, if this is the kind of history that makes you lean forward in your seat, we cover it every week. The stories the mainstream won't tell, the patterns the powerful try to erase. Subscribe. There are stories buried deeper than any bunker. And we're just getting started. Here is what history tells us, plainly and without apology. In the final years of the Western Roman Empire, the senatorial class, the wealthiest men in Rome, began relocating to their rural estates. They fortified them, they stockpiled grain, they hired private armies. The common people of Rome received no warning, no instructions, no shelter when the Visigoths sacked Rome in 410. The senators were already behind their walls in the countryside. History repeats this pattern with devastating consistency. In 1347, as the Black Death swept through Europe, the wealthiest merchants and nobles fled to isolated country estates, the original self-imposed quarantine. The poor remained in the cities. The death toll in urban areas reached 60%. In the days before the French Revolution, Parisian nobles had already begun moving their gold abroad and securing passage out of the country by the time the Bastille fell. The most powerful among them were already gone. The pattern is always the same. The people who understand the system are the first to escape it. And today, for the first time in history, we can watch it happening in real time in satellite images, in construction permits, in citizenship applications filed quietly in countries with no extradition treaties. There is a question buried inside all of this that nobody in mainstream media wants to ask: if the billionaires are wrong. If this is all paranoia, then we lose nothing by knowing about it. But if they are right, then the most powerful people on earth have already made their decision. They have chosen survival over warning, escape over leadership, silence over honesty. The assassins once left a dagger beside a sleeping prince to deliver a message without a single word spoken. The billionaires are leaving us a message too, not in words. In steel doors, in Blastra D, in hydroponic farms 3 stories underground, the message is simple. They know something is coming, and they are not planning to face it with us. Forgotten history isn't always ancient. Sometimes it's happening right now, and we're just not looking at it the right way. If you want to keep looking, subscribe. There's more buried beneath the surface than they want you to find.